Everything happened too fast somehow. One moment I was crossing the street, and only a couple of seconds later I sort of sensed a double crack as a truck passed over my body. My whole life appeared as a shortcut in my head. Memories passing memories. I emerged here in the tunnel and awaited what would come next. I knew there was no way back and wondered what lay in store for me. Would it be hell, purgatory, or heaven? I'd expected anything but to look like that. It wouldn't have occurred to me even in my worst nightmares, and then they came for me. What have you done to me? What do I look like? And why am I wrapped up in this sheet?
First, let's clarify our position, shall we? I am your boss, and therefore you're going to call me sir. Second, I'm the one who's talking here. Third, welcome to your new form as an ordinary, and I'm stressing the word ordinary, member of our ghost-catching organization. And if you don't want us to take the sheet away from you, you'll fulfill my orders without any discussion.
I was going to ask you for that. I don't consider the sheet joke very funny.
So sheet joke, you say? Sheet joke. Do you know what happens when I take the sheet away? You'll cease to hold together, and the wind will blow you apart in all directions. You'll become a very scattered personality. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a briefing now. Since you don't know and don't need to know any details, I'll make it short. We've recently realized that someone or something is interfering with our ghost-catching organization. Mortals are dying, but their souls never reach the tunnel. Unfortunately, my best ghosts are already busy elsewhere, but this looks like a good task for a greenhorn such as you. My intelligence reports to me that the latest events are related to a certain abandoned factory. What you see here is the entrance to the premises, which is exactly the place we're going to send you to find out what happened there. By the way, while there, you'll probably figure out who was the one so neatly driving you over. There wasn't much left of you. As a ghost, you'll probably be able to make use of diverse skills. You wouldn't get very far in your astral body. You'll be learning them as your experience grows. For the start, I'll give you telekinesis, so you won't lose time by fooling around too long. How it works you can figure out for yourself. This isn't a kindergarten. Everything clear?
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, you can take off your sheet. Your story is over. That's it. The door is over there.
So I've been given my first mission. I didn't have time to look around, and already someone is bossing me. Again. And moreover in such a dishonorable condition that I'll be better off checking that factory thing, so I don't have to think about the absurdity of my existence. Ghost in the sheet. The passage through the pan-dimensional portal is a really interesting experience. It's a pity I didn't have anything like that while still alive. On the other hand, I'd rather choose a different destination. I see that my boss fulfilled his promises. Such generosity, he could have kept it to himself, along with his great factory. Aha, let's remember how my boss taught me to survive in the afterlife. By moving the mouse on the afterlife screen, I search for something which attracts my attention. If so, my cursor shape changed, and in the bottom part of the screen a caption appeared, indicating what I'm looking at. Like now, for example, the fence caught my attention. There's also another cursor which indicates that I can leave via that exit. It's supposed to look like this. that's it. If the left mouse button is clicked on something that's attracted my attention, I'll examine it or go that way depending on the type of attraction indicated by the cursor. To be able to exist in the afterlife, I have to use the paranormal skills which I can find here. After the activation of any of these skills, my scary cursor changes and I can use it on anything that's attracted my attention. To discard that skill, I can use the right mouse button. To make the paranormal skill selection faster, I can speed up the process by using the function keys F1, F2, F3, etc., corresponding to the skills order from the top to the bottom. Right now I can only use F1 because I'm only able to use one skill. Well, I think that could be all. Or actually maybe not. I can access the game menu by pressing the escape key on the keyboard. Here I can save my game in the afterlife cans. I can always return to the canned game. And mainly, I'm never supposed to put away my sheet, so good luck. A rusty fence. Quite predictable. The thought that instead of this ruin vaguely resembling a cable car station, they could have sent me to the sea probably never occurred to them. Not that it would strain my muscles, but why bother? I'll try to take it off the hinges. No way, it's too sturdy. Even if I think as hard as I can, I haven't a clue how to use it. Maybe my mind is still a bit dull after this death thing. A rusty iron bar. I'd like to smack my boss over the head with it. The cover doesn't seem to be locked. Locked. A rust. I'll try to take it. No way. Not that it. This should give me done. What are they about? Whatever, I can't turn anything anyway. What are they about? I think that someone quite quickly abandoned the idea of having a relaxing sit here. If I tried hard, I could maybe fold myself inside. I could definitely get this stupid sheet of mine in there. The state of the electrical wiring is obviously poor. When alive, I would have never touched it. At least some advantage comes from being dead. Not that it was... I really don't know why I have to... Great idea. I can let the box bounce off the walls here. But why? The notice board is full of notices and announcements. Let's see what they say. Allow me to invite you all to my birthday lunch. Same time and place as usual. Larissa. The notice board is full of notices. Death to lady. What's that supposed to mean? Ah, it continues below. Death to ladybirds. Strange. That brick is glowing even when I don't have it under control. Looks like there's some other sinister forces in action here. Everything's falling apart. I hope that the next time a piece of ceiling falls on my head, it won't tear my beautiful sheet apart. This was once a cozy office belonging to the cable car operators. maybe it would be a nice place to have a little haunt. Maybe once, when I reach my pension. If I'm not mistaken, my boss wants me to use this rusted piece of something to get across the chasm. I'd so much like to be mistaken, for once. I really don't know why I have to carry that around. I really... Oops. No. This was... I really don't want... A big lever. I can maybe move with it. The first good thing today, I'm not the only one chewing on pencils. I wasn't the only one. I can't get used to that. Even if I took off the sheet, I can't turn with that. So many buttons nowadays. What's the point? So many buttons. I can't push it. I can't push it. It doesn't work. If I'm not... According to the manual, all buttons must be pressed and all lights must be on. It doesn't... Even if I think as hard as I... It doesn't work. It doesn't... It doesn't... So many buttons. The first... It doesn't work. It doesn't. even if I think